Hey guys, my name is Megan and I'm the owner of the crochet boutique Wilder in Jean Co. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the market makes that I have been working on and finishing up some of those and just chatting about how I curate my aesthetic in my brand and like what I do to make it look really good. And so if you're interested in that, just keep watching. First of all, I have you wouldn't know, but I just changed my sweatshirt because I had like food stains from my toddler on it. I have like sticky popsicle in the end of my hair from my toddler. So it like hardened on my hair, which is really nice. And we're just showing up not put together today, and that's okay. Because I know many of you can't like just get yourself ready every day, and neither can I. So I have a 2-year-old and a 3-month-old, and so it's not realistic for me to get like myself put together every day. So if I want to show up on YouTube, then I need to be okay with not being put together all the way every single time. And that's totally okay. And I know everyone probably understands, and if you don't understand, then but for me and for other working moms out there, it's kind of hard to get ready sometimes, and sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything that I've been working on and kind of what I need to do. This is gonna be like a whips video. So I have to embroider the eyes on this one, otherwise it's done. This is the Mama Made Minis mouse, and I have overalls on it. So what I did was on the second round of the body, I color changed and then continued the pattern to where the feet are, and then changed colors again. And then I just attached another piece of yarn, chained until it was long enough, and slip stitched it to the back. So if you're looking to do something like this, that is how you do it. You slip stitch a piece of yarn here, chain until you get to the back, weave the pants, okay? So this is Mouse, and it has blue overalls. It's very cute. Gotta do the eyes. Similarly, we have a brown bear with overalls. Very cute. I gotta embroider the eyes. Everything else is done. I have 2 of these mice, ballerina mice from Oak and Marlowe, and I have to do the ballet slipper detail, and then I have to shape the face and put embroidered eyes on this one, and I have to finish the shoulder straps. This one I already did the shoulder straps, but I just need to do the lacing for her ballet slippers and then the face shaping and eyes, and she will be done. The next thing I have to do is these penguin chubby buddies. I have to do the feet, the beak, the eyes, the wings, and sew up the bottom. So this is one variation that I do. And then I have to do the same thing, and this is the other variation that I do for penguins. So the beak, the eyes, the wings, and the feet are what I have to finish on those. The next thing that I have to do are Mabel chickens. I have 2 in this brown color that I need to complete. I have 5 in this cream. It's like woodland tweed. And then I have 1 in this one. This is like the ivory tweed. I think this is the last thing I have to do is I have these little chicks, the mini, what are they called? Mini Mabels. I just have to do the fuzzy comb on these, but I have 6 of them or 7 of them. I have 7. I have 7 of these. So I think that's all that I have to finish. Yeah, I think that is all I have to finish. And so let's just get going and doing that. Okay, the first thing I think I'm going to do is embroider eyes on the snugglers because That's like the closest ones to being fully complete. So we'll do these first. I have some people asking questions about the pumpkin pattern on Etsy. I'm actually working on it right now, so stay tuned. It should be available next week at some point. I'm waiting for a shipment of yarn to come in so that I can take pictures of different steps in the, in the pattern. And like measure out the yarn and stuff like that. So I am just waiting for shipment, and I've been like trying to figure out how I'm going to get yarn now that Joanne is no longer. And Michael's doesn't really carry all the colors that Joanne did. And so it was hard to like figure out, oh, well, how am I gonna get yarn? And I figured out a good way. Michael's last week was running a 40% off of regular priced items online. And so I just went online because if you didn't know, Michael's doesn't really carry a lot of colors in store. And so I picked the colors that I normally get that were available online only and ordered a bulk amount of them, and then used the 40% off to get them down to about $8 a skein. Some of them were like $7, some of them were $8 because the pricing is different per skein on Michael's. I don't know why that is, but that's kind of how I figured to get a deal on them, was just like order a bulk amount when Michael's is running one of those sales, and order offline so you can get the colors that you want. Otherwise, it's just hard to get them. But yeah, I'm waiting for a shipment of yarn, so I will have to do an unboxing when it arrives. It's gonna be so great. Okay, let's get to sewing this on. Kind of seeing if I like where those eyes are or if I want to move them. We'll see. Okay, I think that'll be good. For embroidered eyes, I like to go at an angle. So I'll start in here. That's like the row that the eye is supposed to be in. It's row between rows 4 and 5. And then I go 2 stitches down and 1 over. So it'll be at a diagonal, 2 stitches down and 1 row in. So that's how I like them. And then I'll build them up until they're all good. All nice and round. And then I'll show you. Okay, Mousie's done. And now I'm gonna do the bear. All right, the pest people just came, which is nice because we have some wasps in our backyard. They're not harmful or anything. They're like Darwin wasps, if you've never heard of them. They're like ground wasps, and they like fruit. And so we have fruit in the backyard, and so there's some wasps. So hopefully you can get rid of those. But I'm not exactly liking how these eyes turned out, so I might redo them. We'll see. For now, I'm just gonna move on and do the little mice. And yeah, I'm gonna do the cute little ballet slipper laces detailing. So cute. So she is finished. She has little tiny embroidered eyes. They're so cute. Her little skirt is removable. I mean, she's just really cute. Okay, time to do number 2. Okay. Little Brie is done. She's so cute. There's her little feet and then her little face. This would just be so cute for a little girl's nursery. The skirt is removable and it sits. Isn't that just adorable? Okay, I'm on to penguins. Okay, I get this question a lot about my booth because I've gotten lots of compliments on it, which is so kind. That it just looks good, that everything is cute together, that it looks aesthetic, coming from like teenage girls. I mean, that's a pretty good compliment. But just like, how do you make an aesthetically pleasing booth? Like, how do you pick patterns that go with your brand and all that? And so I thought I would answer a little bit of those questions. First of all, you have to pick like your style. So my style is country cottage, and I will pick patterns that kind of, but just that I enjoy. I love them. I think they're cute. So that's the first step, is picking your theme. What is your brand theme? What are you trying to sell? Who is your audience that you're trying to sell to? Figure that out, and then pick some cutie patterns that match your brand, match your theme, and match your audience. My theme, my brand is country cottage themed. And so I love farm animals. I love sunshines and flowers and bees and stuff like that. And so I will actually find patterns that I love in those genres. And I also love snugglers. And so making snugglers is another big part of my business. Yeah, I just love like the muted pastels, neutrals, earth tones, that kind of thing. And then my advice for when you're picking like colors and stuff is to pick a kind of yarn to get. So I really love the Bernat blanket yarn and the chenille, or the Premier Basics chenille. These are like the two I will always use. I don't use any other brand at all. So that kind of helps make everything cohesive. And things like colors, I pick a few core colors like vintage white, blush pink, sand, like baby sand, all the tweeds I use. And then I use them throughout my whole brand. I will use the same gray for things. I will use the same white for things. I will use the same yellow for everything. So the same yellow that does the beak is the same yellow in the bee. It's the same yellow that's in the middle of the flower. It's the same yellow that's on the duck's feet. So on and so forth. The same light pink I use is in the flowers, is in the tutu skirt, it's in the bunny, it's in the cat. It's, you know, using a core selection of yarn that just like looks really good together, and not being all over the place with brands and not being all over the place with colors. That helps me personally keep my brand aesthetic cohesive. Make sure all of those colors, when they're next to each other, look pretty together, and then use it for everything. So that's kind of what I do to make my brand look really cohesive and cute, is to stick to like a group of colors and use it for everything that you make. That's kind of the vibe, okay? And then I use like, for my display, I use white, I use wood and baskets, so natural things. So there's no like plastic or anything. It's like wicker or wood or, you know, just trying to keep like the materials you use to display things natural. That's kind of what I do. There's no like plastic bins or anything. Trying to keep that cohesive is also important. I also embroider all of my eyes except for the turtles, because I bought plastic eyes once and I need to use them up, and so I use them for turtles because they're like the smallest item. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. Know my audience, I know myself, I pick patterns that I really like, that I really enjoy making, that I think are really cute. I pick colors that go well together. I pick muted colors, things that fall under maybe more of a farmhouse cottage vibe, are patterns that I normally pick. Now I go out of it here and there, like I carry some like safari animals and stuff, so like it doesn't always apply, but the colors I choose are natural colors normally. Like the color that an animal normally would be is the color I make it. And then when I set up my booth, I try to place similar sized items next to each other, place similar designers next to each other. So if I have a lot of one designer, all their stuff is going to look cohesive next to each other. So I'll put the designer like next to each other so the animals or whatever I'm selling looks cute together because they're made by the same designer. Another way I keep my brand like really looking cohesive is I pick certain pattern designers and I'll kind of stick to the same few. So Oak and Marlowe is one, Mama Made Minis is one, Loops to Lovies is one, and Cameron's Cute Creations is one, Raven and Jade is the other. I think I just kind of stick to those few people. Recently got into the Della Duck, which is shop Mod Threads on Instagram. So Mod Threads is another one that I enjoy, but I only have her one pattern. I might get her another one of her patterns, but that's kind of what I do. So sticking to like a handful of pattern designers and keeping with that same style of crochet helps me as well. Another one is the Cozy Stitch. So the Cozy Stitch for Chubby Buddies, I make all of those. Keeping those like few pattern designers that you really love and offering just making their patterns, it's going to keep more of a cohesive look to your brand. And then I get branded tags that I just created on Canva that ended up really cute, and so I print those out. I don't have a template, but Cameron's Cute Creations does have a template for tags if you want to go get that. Be true to yourself. If you love your work, people are going to see that and be drawn to you, so try it out. All right, the penguins have beaks and feet. So now I need to do wings and eyes on them, of course. And then I have all of the maple chickens left, and that is, I think, it for market prep. But I will have to continue this tomorrow because it is time to wake up from nap and start on dinner and stuff. So we'll see you tomorrow for the rest of market prep. All right, just got my shipment of yarn. And this is only half of it. There's more to come. but I got this Woolies Thick and Quick, and I'm gonna use this for pumpkins and baskets. And then I got some of this Bernat Tweeds, and I use this for chickens and cows. And then I got 2 of the 24/7 cotton, and this one is in Pink Lemonade. I use this for flower bookmarks. And then I got black, and this is for embroidered eyes. Okay, it is Thursday now, and that means it's 2 days till market day, and I woke up a little before my family did and took a shower. Now I'm gonna finish up some of the whips I was working on for a little bit, and then I told myself, because of the yarn I got yesterday, if I could finish my whips, then I could make something fun. And I am going to make some baskets, and so I'll show you that if I get to it. If not, I'll show you in a later video. But I made one for my niece's birthday, and it was so cute, and so I'm going to try it again, but this time in the oatmeal color that you saw. I ordered like 12 of those because I use them for pumpkins too, and so I'm going to try to use those up for baskets. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, I'm gonna tag some things. I already kind of made some of the tags, so now I just have to find where they are and put a tag on them. Oh, can you back up?
What's this? What's mine?
Oh, you're so cute.
Trick this arm. The toffee good.
My coffee's good?
Yes, the toffee
Well,
is
let's
good.
not stick hooks in them, please. That's not good.
Take a drink, Mommy. Let's take a drink.
Okay, well, that was a wild time trying to tag stuff while both my kids were awake, so we stopped that. We ate, and now he is in bed, and my other one is in bed as well. He's awake, but he's here in this room. I'm in his room, if you were wondering. But he's in his bed, and I'm going to continue doing some of my makes, and yeah, let's get it. All right, we finally finished all the chickens, and so the chickies are done, and I'm excited. So tomorrow's the market, and yeah, there'll be a market vlog coming, I think Monday or Wednesday, so stay tuned for that because it's gonna be fun. I'll take you along, show you what sells, tell you what the best sellers were, tell you how much I made, show you the setup process and all that stuff, so that interests you. Make sure you're following this page and you're subscribed to the page, and give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. That is the end of this video. I just have to go get ready for the market now and make sure everything is good to go. My checklist is all checked off. I have all of my tablecloths and whatever, like whatnots. Yes, my brain's all scrambled because it's the day before market and I need to like remember what I need. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave your comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Henry's even saying hi. We'll see you later. Bye.